everybody, this is Michael out in Maui. Aloha. So if you've been enjoying all the content that I've been putting out, I recommend subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified every single time I put out a new video. So today, I wanted to talk about throwing the disc as a beginner or low intermediate thrower who's having trouble keeping the nose down on the throw. So this is a really quick one. So if you're having trouble throwing and keeping the nose down on your throws, and so you're kind of just throwing the disc, it's climbing and then just fades out to the left and not with any distance, because you got that nose up, something like this, nose up flight, it's just going to take the disc. You can just see how the disc just fade out to the left because it can't go anywhere because that nose is up. So as an intermediate, beginner, and you're still having trouble keeping that nose down, throw lower to the ground. The lower to the ground, the farther a disc will fly with the nose up. Because the disc is lower to the ground and you throw it with the nose up, the wind can't get underneath it because the disc is too low to the ground. So a lot of times you'll get a better flight out of the nose up. Not the correct flight, but you're going to get a better flight because the disc is going to be lower to the ground. The wind can't get underneath it to lift the disc. Because that's kind of what's happening is, like that disc there, you throw it and the nose is up and it's the wind that's getting underneath it and stalls it out and then falls. So by just keeping the disc lowered to the ground with the nose up, like if you're down here and you throw with the nose up, you can see, the disc will fly better, right there. So you can see how that disc just stayed, it rolled over, but it stayed flatter because the wind can't get under it. So I recommend, if you're still having trouble throwing and keeping the wrist down, you got to throw lower. The higher you throw, the more advanced you need to be. To throw the disc, 45 feet in the air and have it going uphill 45 feet, planing out, and then flying is hard. That's advanced. It's an advanced throw to be able to do that. I mean, I've watched tournaments where even the pros didn't quite get it right, and you could tell, the disc flies off wrong. But throwing higher in the air is an advanced thing. You really got to have the nose down to throw higher and higher. So as a beginner or a beginning intermediate where you're still having trouble with the nose, keep that disc under 15 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet max off the ground. And you're going to notice you're going to get a better, you're going to get farther than if you threw it up in the air. And then you just trust the disc to, push farther too. It's up to the disc to get the distance. But I just recommend just throw 10, 15 feet maximum. As you get better and you can start controlling that nose angle better, start throwing higher in the air. But until you're throwing, with that nose down, all it's going to do is stall you out and crash, and you're not going to get any distance. So just throw lower to the ground. Even if the nose is up, it's going to give you a better flight because the wind isn't going to get underneath it as much because it's low to the ground. So, but anyway, so I just recommend, trouble with that nose, keep it down. Keep the disc lower, and you're going to get more distance keeping the disc down. So anyways, this is Michael out in Maui. Aloha.